Okay, here's the underside. Just to show you some of what all was done under here. All the capacitors changed. All your high wattage resistors have been changed and upgraded. Capacitors here. Put in the EIC plug. Took out the original ceramic safety bypass caps and actually stuck in some modern Y2 safety rated caps. More caps here. So, of course, cleaned all of your controls on the underside here. So, let me get the bottom put on here. I'll get her flipped over, and then you can take a look at the top. Okay, a little bit more what was done here. New 6L6 tube. All the power resistors here have been changed. All of your caps, all the power resistors down in there. All of the one tucked way up under there. A lot of people miss a little small electrolytic capacitor. All three of these 6G8As have been changed. All your electrolytic caps here. Brand new can caps right here. So both of those have been changed. You originally, when you sent this, you didn't have any upper sideband transmit or anything. That was a short. Actually, it was either this one or this one. One of these two little electrolytic caps here was shorted out. So they've all been changed. The safe DC bypass, their safety capacitor has been changed here. It's been upgraded from 1,000 to a 1,600 volt Sprague orange drop. All your filter caps here, down here. Of course, all the power resistors, they've all been changed over here. And of course, they're all up off of the board now, so you don't have to worry about cooking anything. I actually removed the entire channel selector board, removed the channel selector switch from the board, dismantled it, cleaned it, and lubricated it, so that should last you hopefully the rest of your life. You won't have any problems with it, as is known with a lot of the trams. The channel selectors go bad and there is no replacement, so that's been lubricated, so that should be good to go. So let me get the end caps put on here and the top put back together, and I'll get it fired up for you. Okay, here's your radio all back together now. Alright, the first thing you'll notice, the top actually has a little bit of shine to it. The meters are a lot better lit now. Changed out the old bulbs. They were rather black, and the light reflector in there had fallen away, so it's back in place. So the meters and the dials lit up a lot better now. So they got, like I told you on the phone, kind of like an odometer for these radios is how black the underside of the cover is. And if you remember, the underside of your cover was rather black, especially above the 6DG8 and the 6L6, the two big tubes right there. There was a corresponding black spot in the underside. That's all been cleaned off and nice and shiny now. So, there you go. Of course, this is someone else that already installed this. I hate it when people butcher the fronts of these radios, but somebody already installed it, so there's not much you can do about that. But there's but basically in the middle position is your factory power level for your RF output power. Down is a medium power level, and then up is high power level. So, let me show you here, flipped around. So, it's on the 200 watt scale. So, dead key. Audio check 1, 2. So, on regular or low power, it's dead keying at about 3.5 watts and swinging over 20. Put it in medium power. Dead keys about, say, 6 watts. Audio check 1, 2. Audio check. And swinging close to 40. And then in high power, dead keying 15 watts. Audio check 1, 2. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4. And swinging to about 55 watts. So I would suggest running it there. It's definitely a great way to shorten the life of your, especially the final tube there. Personally, if you need any power, just leave it in the factory normal position. Use an amp, but you already know that. There's your light reflector back in, so that's why your light bulbs are getting a lot better reflection back in towards the dials now. So it's all buttoned back up. I had the end caps off, and while I had them off, I went ahead and cleaned them up and waxed them also. So they were all ready to go. And the guy that had when they installed these two fans, which I'm not a big fan of putting fans on these radios because it doesn't lend itself well to frequency stability. With all the crystals right here, you're going to have some that are cooler than others, but these actually aren't too bad because they're very slow speed compared to some of the fans I've seen on a lot of these radios. But of course, they butchered holes in the back, so there's nothing you can do about that. But that'll definitely help keep it cooled down. But the one thing was the cover was sitting cockeyed because the back lip of the cover was sitting on top of the two fans, so that's been notched out now. So now when the lid's closed, you'll see the cover is even. You have an even reveal line from front to back, so that's now even. So there you go. I'll get that safely boxed back up for you this evening, and you probably have that sometime this coming week.